Hello and welcome. This is Sasha Sabbath. Welcome to your soul aligned threshold Thursday. So, what does it feel like when you know that you're coming right up to that veil, right up to that membrane, right up to that moment, that threshold? Where it's going to be an expanded you. There's going to be greater opportunity. There's going to be change. There's going to be more of a vision of what's possible, the threshold of you being a greater you and something stopping you. You know that feeling. That's what I mean by Threshold Thursday. Soul aligned Threshold Thursday means your soul is calling to you to now get out of that comfort zone, get out of that norm, get out of that rut, get out of the fear that is unnecessarily holding you back. Fear is sometimes very important for you to stop and wait and watch and prepare. I'm not talking about those fear messages. I'm talking about the fear of expansion, the fear of not being able to have the sense of self-worth and confidence and self-belief and self-understanding where you can trust yourself to press through that threshold. So my name is Sasha Sabbath, and I am the intuition success strategist and healer for entrepreneurs, where soul aligned success and healing meet at the intersection of intuition and democracy for an uplifted humanity. Now is the time for us to really reflect on who are we going to be? What is it going to take to move that needle in the direction of the you that you want to be, both in business and in your personal life? The threshold. What constitutes your threshold? What constitutes that line that if you cross over it, you have moved through the threshold? But if you hover, if you fence sit it, then what is causing you to do that? My suggestion is that you follow these 3 tips that are part of today's Threshold Thursday tip series. Number 1, in your professional life, what is it that you really long to express, to offer, to be a stand for, to be known for, to have goals that you really want to accomplish and embody? What in your business is it that were you to press through that threshold, you would arrive at new territory for you? Those are those questions for tip number 1. Your business's threshold, and what would be on the other side once you moved through that threshold. Number 2, your self-image. How do you regard yourself? How do you want to regard yourself? How do you want others to see you? How do you want to lovingly, with compassion, with patience, with generosity of spirit, see yourself? How does that threshold look? And what would it be like on the other side if you were to hold yourself, see yourself, take a stand for yourself in what's beyond that threshold that you're currently holding yourself back up against? That's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is others, the community, the world, your neighborhood, the causes. Now, this threshold requires some creative researching. Right now, at least here in the United States, there is a preponderance of misinformation, gaslighting, confusion, chaos, and disturbance, as well as in the world. You see what's going on in the world. And so those of us who are committed to a higher life, to a higher way of treating one another, to a higher way of including taking care of the planet, taking care of each other, regardless of the diversity, those of us who live by that vision for humanity, the threshold here is, what is it for us to do to help without condemning, but to see and light up and catalyze and catapult and ignite and unleash an image, a vision of what we can live as a humanity. And then what is the role that we are, each individually, are to play? Because some things are not for us to do. Some things are for us to do. Now, in this threshold, there's a real requirement, I feel, which is to know how to protect your energy, know how to establish being grounded and clearing your energy so that you're able to determine what are really your thoughts, what are really your emotions, what are really your visions of what you want to live and what you want for the world or the country. So please look for ways to learn how to stay grounded, how to clear your energy. Of course, I can help with that. Now, with all these tips, tip 1 for your business, step 2 for your self-identity, step 3 for your contribution to humanity, to missions, to causes. The key resource is your intuition, your connection to your spiritual guidance. And again, as you heard me say in other videos, this is a religion-free zone. I'm talking about you connecting to your understanding of God for you. And so, in order to understand how to navigate these tips 1, 2, and 3, the more you know how to access your intuition by deliberate desire, as opposed to just hoping something's going to land as an intuitive hit, I want to encourage you to get into a desire, to want, to really know how to connect to your intuition, know how to confidently understand your intuition, have the courage and the knowledge of how to follow through with your intuition, and how to know the difference with time and patience and practice, the difference between a rationally minded, generated idea versus really coming through from your spiritual guidance through your intuitive channels into your conscious mind. And that brings up one of the reasons why I'm here. As some of you have heard in my other videos, I am still doing my intuition market research campaign. I'm going to be offering another iteration of my signature course at the beginning of February, which is called Unleash Your Intuition for Entrepreneurs. Confidently use your intuition for a thriving business and life. And so what I'm doing before I launch that at the beginning of February is I'm doing some market research. I have some specific questions. It'll take about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. And people have said that what they have gotten just from answering those questions is a greater understanding, a greater honest look at their relationship to their intuition. What holds them back? When don't they trust it? What is it that they need to do in order to enhance their connectivity and their courage to follow through? So if you would like to participate in this market research, there's no marketing. I'm not selling you anything. All I'm doing is asking you questions so that I can get a better idea about what you're experiencing when you think of your intuition, when you want to access your intuition, and what happens when you do access your intuition. If you would like to participate in that, please get in touch with me as soon as possible because the course is launching in a couple of weeks and I want to have conversations of this nature as quickly as possible. All you have to do is, if you're seeing this on Facebook, just put in the thread me, hashtag me, and I'll know to go ahead and contact you. If you're seeing this in an email through my list, then just hit reply and say market research in the subject line. If you're seeing this on YouTube, I'll be giving you the email address in the description section, and all you have to do is email me there and we'll connect. In the meantime, your Threshold Thursday, those 3 tips, you can dive into those now. And when you notice that you really are having some challenges for those questions being answered, then you can reach out to me as well. You can, again, reach out to me on a Facebook thread or in an email if you see that in my subscription list, or if you see this on YouTube, just contact that email address. Look, we're at the beginning of a very powerful year. This is not business as usual. And for entrepreneurs, the more you can make money, the more you can call in your ideal clients and your ideal market, the more you can feel confident about the worth of your services, where you charge what you deserve to be paid. All of these things that go into being an entrepreneur. Intuition can be one, if not the best friend to get you on the other side of the threshold where the life that you want to live is right there waiting for you. I send you my love. God bless. Stay safe. Know that you're loved. Bye for now. Gonna turn this off.